Okay, let's drill down on some of these. So the number one was commitment, and I'm looking at some of the information you send out. It says this may sound too direct, but 90% of folks simply either don't take action or quit too easily along the way at the first sign of friction. So, in your background in financial planning and financial coaching, what are you seeing clients want to give up, or are you seeing them just not put in the time necessary, hence the commitment to work on their financial piece, if you will, or get their financial affairs in order? What are you seeing there?
Well, it really comes into play more very, recent after a divorce, when there's just so much going on in their world and there's so much chaos in the world. There's a lot of just trauma and grief and emotional things that they're dealing with, that the last thing they're really focused on, or maybe not the last, but not forefront, is the financial piece. They are trying to just deal with the sadness and if they're dealing with raising the kids and all of that piece. So sometimes the financial side of it gets, tossed to the side for
Mm,
a short period of time, because obviously the financial piece cannot be tossed to the side for very long
right.
without it being, a unfortunate situation.
So they just become divorced or widowed, and probably, while it is probably one of the most important things they need to deal with, finances and so forth, it's just one more thing that they wish they could put aside and not deal with, I imagine.
Yeah, yeah. It's really, and one of the first things that I have in my program is self-care. Really getting yourself in a place where you can make good decisions. If you are not in a good place, you can't make good financial decisions. And one of the worst things that you can do is jump into something immediately, not being in a good place emotionally, and doing something that will cost you money down the road, or doing something that is, can be just a very expensive situation. So, yeah, taking care of yourself, getting yourself surrounded by people who can support you and help you and guide you, and then start to decide, what makes the most sense from a financial perspective. Whether it means, where to invest your money, where to, allocate assets, how to diversify your assets, who to trust if you decide to go with a financial advisor. Um, Again, you want to have a team, so the attorneys, the CPAs, the advisors, have them all part of the table that you're dealing with.
Yeah, so I would say, like with my clients, who are the majority are amicable, and they come up with a financial agreement of how they're going to divide their assets and debts. Once the divorce is done, they now essentially, maybe husband, maybe wife, handle the finances and investments, and selected maybe where their money is going in banking. We even have clients where it's still, even though it's a little bit old school, where one spouse totally is in control of the finances and the other spouse has no idea,
Mhm.
what is even going on. Oh, and or we have clients having and operating completely different financial lives, where they don't intermingle their incomes at all, or are aware of what debts are of the other spouse and so forth. So different things people are doing. But yeah, once they get through that divorce, they're now on their own. And I was just looking at your next